Here we have a sad math question on interpreting linear models. Okay, let's go over the question. A food manufacturer fills containers of seasoning with various spices, pepper and salt. The amount of pepper P in milligrams used in the seasoning can be modeled by the equation P equals to 10 positive 3s over 4, where S is the amount of salt in milligrams in the seasoning. According to the model, how many milligrams of pepper are added for every 1 milligram increase in the amount of salt? Okay, let me take the given equation 10 positive 3s over 4. Okay, now we can do some work on this equation. Actually, 4 is a common denominator for this 10 and 3s. Now I'm going to take this denominator 4 separately for 10 and separately for 3s. Then I'll be getting 10 over 4, then 3s over 4. So P equals to the simplification of 10 over 4 is 2.5. And the simplification of this 3/4 is 0.75, and we have S over here, so 0.75 times S. Okay, now in this equation, if I plug in S equals to 0, what will happen? So when I plug in S equals to 0, 0 times 0.75 becomes 0. That is, this part will completely become 0. Then we get P equals to 2.5. That is, in the seasoning, if the amount of salt is 0 milligrams, then the amount of pepper is 2.5 milligrams. Okay, what if I plug in S equal to 1 in this equation? If I plug in S equal to 1 times 0.75 will be, it will just become 0.75. So when I add 2.5 and 0.75, it will become 3.25. That is, when I plug in S equal to 1 in the given equation, I get P equals to 3.25. That is, when the amount of salt in the seasoning is 1 milligram, then the amount of pepper in the seasoning will be 3.25 milligrams. Okay, what if I plug in S equal to 2 into the given equation? So if I plug in S equal to 2, 2 times 0.75 will be 1.5. So 2.5 positive 1.5 will become 4. That is, when S equals to 2, then P is 4. That is, if there are 2 milligrams of salt in the seasoning, and then we'll have 4 milligrams of pepper. Okay, let's look at here. When I increase the amount of salt from 0 to 1 milligrams, so what's happening in the amount of pepper? So the amount of pepper is increased by 0.75 milligrams, because the difference between 2.5 and 3.25 is 0.75. And again, I increase the salt from 1 to 2 milligrams. That is, again, I increase by 1 milligram. So what's happening in the amount of pepper? Again, it increases by 0.75, because the difference between 3.25 and 4 is 0.75. So for every 1 milligram increase in the amount of salt, so the amount of pepper in the seasoning is increased by 0.75 milligrams. The answer for this question is 0.75 milligrams.